Hey, good morning, Harry.
Hey,
Morning,
Mark.
Paul. Yeah, I used to drink at a bar called Dilligaff's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's long gone now, but yeah, once in a while I used to stop off there for a suds. So how is
Oh, I thought it was
everybody? How's things going, everyone? Jeffro, good to see you.
wet, mate. Been wet. Weather's been crap. We've had the
Oh,
best
oh,
day
that's right.
today that we've had
You guys are on the cusp of winter there. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
coming onto it. Yeah. We haven't had a lot of torrential heavy rain.
Quiet, quiet.
Just drizzly. Won't go
The
away.
annoying stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're supposed to get a lot more this coming week. So
Okay.
Oh, really?
Well, that
Yeah.
probably
G'day,
drives
John.
all the spiders indoors, huh?
haven't been able to paint anything. I know that.
Okay. All right.
Other than that, I'm doing very nicely. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Oh, it's good to hear.
James.
Have you heard from Jason? Is he still playing golf?
No, he didn't get there this week. He didn't have a real good week. He's had some aches and pains.
Nah.
Yeah.
And
Well, that
when
explains why he's not here tonight, then.
when he says that he's got aches and pains of in some form or another, it's probably a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
You know, he's a master of understatement.
Yes.
So I'm just
Hey,
assuming that he's had a pretty
man.
crappy week.
Yeah. Master of understatement. He doesn't say a freaking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, Doc. The arm, all I got to do is just put some duct tape and the arm stays on just fine. Don't
Just a
worry.
flesh
I'm okay.
wound.
I got to go
Just
make
a
more
flesh,
paint.
flesh wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cotton and Go Twig will fix it.
Yeah.
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 Oh well, I hope that he's doing well in his recovery. You know,
I think he's getting some modelling done. If anything, he's been working on the world's slowest moving tank.
what,
Yeah, I've seen
did
pictures
he
of that.
Yeah.
did he finish his Ford pickup?
Don't be
Um,
silly.
no, that's on the list. I think,
Okay,
along with about 5 other things.
that was the last
It's a
thing I
Ford,
saw
and it'll
him
never
working
be
on.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he'll get to it.
one day.
In another life.
Yeah.
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 Well, anyone heard from Wombat? Man, I haven't seen him here for a long time.
He did
put
a
video up today.
Video up today.
Yeah,
He's got his own channel.
yeah.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't post regularly.
Wombat's models.
All right, I'll
Um,
put it in my YouTube search and find him. I didn't know that, so that's the way I can keep in touch with him. At least let him know thanks for the stickers. He sent me
Yeah.
some stickers for my mats.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
if you're watching, Wombat, thank you.
That's what you're looking for, Jim.
That's what I got. He sent me, I think, 3 of them. So I've got one on my cutting mat. I've got the other 2 I'm waiting for another new cutting mat. I've got a couple of they're so worn out. I'm going to be getting rid of them soon, so I don't want to stick them on there.
Fair enough.
So how's everything with everyone? Paul, good with you?
Just trying to stay focused on building something.
And what are you working on?
Let's see. Hang on, got to remember how to do this.
Ah,
Ooh, wow.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Ooh,
That's the multi-part, mini art
yep.
P47.
And a Tamiya
Right.
fuel truck?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Looks very nice, Paul. Excellent. Oh, I like the Marston mat you put down there too.
That came with the kit.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, that's that new combination kit, whatever it
Yeah.
is. With the did it include the ground crew?
No, there's no ground crew.
Oh, I see a chap there with the
with
fuel
the fuel
hose.
hose.
Yeah, he came with the truck.
Ah, okay. Very good.
Perhaps they've all gone to watch a USO show.
Yeah. But the funny thing, the way they display it on the box, they've got the things all armed, but they've got the cowlings off and they're working on it.
Oh, hey Dom. Dom joined
G'day,
us.
Dominic.
Good
Hey, Dom.
morning to you from the United States to the Netherlands. So Well,
Yeah,
it looks
that's one
good,
thing that-
Paul. Looks real nice. What'd you
Thank you.
paint that? What metal colors you use for the P47?
Outlaw white aluminium.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Has a nice worn look to it. Not too shiny.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Hey,
good.
Paul,
Yes.
are you able to show that picture I sent you of what I received? Because it'd be a lot easier than picking up, lots of bottles and showing individually. But basically, that there is my new collection.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know what you mean, mate.
Oh, don't worry, you got thrown under the bus, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
Okay. Image file. Got to find it now. It was in. Oh,
Yeah, one thing I've never
good.
understood with some of the dioramas with aircraft is it's people go on how they're after the realism, making things look realistic, etc. But I've never seen myself a fully armed aircraft with maintenance panels open, or
Yeah.
engines half hanging out, removed before flight tags, in whilst the pilot is taxiing, or whilst refueling. Like, some of the combinations just isn't right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of imagination you got to throw into it,
Now, your Hornets and Super Hornets with your folding wings, they'll be folded with the missiles on the rails. Yeah, sure, that happens. But yeah, it's certainly not all realistic. And
No.
because definitely there, if that was a real scenario, they definitely would not be refueling whilst reammunitioning.
No, it's either one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not generally the case that an aircraft is armed with the wings folded, or in a below deck with
No, the
ordnance on, or not.
carrier aircraft are armed on deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
There's
less
literally-
mistakes.
The Forrestal incident.
Yeah.
No, down.
If they were arming it below decks, weren't they?
No, apparently there was an electrical fault in one of the pigtails and the rocket launched
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Yeah.
blew across the
Yeah,
deck into
right,
another
yeah,
parked
there's-
and fully fueled aircraft.
Yeah, there's
No,
film of it.
back off.
You actually see the rocket fire from the aircraft.
Yeah. Even out in the field, there's a separate fueling area. If there's not a truck that can come to the front of the hangar, then there's a separate ammunitioning area. Just because everything is just so volatile and it's all operated by nitwits.
I like that choice of word, nitwits. I haven't heard that since
Well,
like my last
the
Three
thing is,
Stooges
though,
film.
if you were to take out the lowest common denominator of those scenarios, it's the human.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
They're the ones that are
Definitely.
going to make a mistake.
There was Harry just put in there, a Forrestal was a static discharge causing the release of the rocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yes.
but going back to what your point, James. Yeah, I mean, there's a modeler. Well, he's long since passed. Shepard Payne. He used to make diorama.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, models and dioramas for monogram
Yep.
models, and his B-24 Liberator diorama was of the aircraft
G'day,
being
Hobby Tom.
painted in assembly ship colors, and they were showing it in various stages. And he in one of his books he wrote about his career doing this stuff. He said, you have to allow for a certain amount of imagination in your dioramas. I mean, and he made an example of that particular diorama he said the way the thing was being painted wouldn't happen in real life. They wouldn't be putting the spots on while they're also applying the white or the base color, and then the polka. In this instance, it was polka dots on there.
Yeah.
You know those gaudy painted assembly ships, the American.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, but I get you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but in order to show the action and the working features of the model. And Paul, you were actually pretty modest. I mean, I think the engine panels on that P-47 are what, like 8 or 10 parts?
No, they're a single part for each section that comes off.
Right.
The
That's
top
what I meant, is
cowling.
that, yeah, you could literally have
Yeah.
1 or 2
Four.
panels off there if you
Yeah.
chose to.
Yeah, you can have the top 3 cowlings off, but you can't have the bottom one off because that's where the engine frames are actually attached to.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Ooh.
But you can't put the exhaust system in because the instructions don't tell you where it goes.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I didn't know Mini Art would make that kind of omission.
But they did in one of the other versions of the kit.
Okay.
Shows you how to put it together.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, it can't all be the Chinese model companies that are making lousy instructions. People got to make mistakes elsewhere too sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
That's it.
this is the instructions for the engine. It shows you all the engine going together with the frames, the firewall. Then it shows you it going into the airframe. But they also show you the exhaust pipes are at the back.
But didn't
Sounds
show
like
it.
But they don't show you how to put them in.
That reminds me of Dragon or Tacom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't mention the TACOM Apache.
Oh, what is that taboo for someone?
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I built the 135th.
Nigel still has his buried away. He never did
It
completely.
shows you how to super detail the engine.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There is no. You know, this is not coming across on my YouTube feed.
Oh.
The Aussie Scale Modeler. It didn't show up on my notifications, and it's not available for me to go to right now. Maybe it's blacked out in my area. We didn't sell enough tickets. But really, that's why I was wondering, because at 3:30 my alarm on my phone goes off, and normally when I have notifications set up on subscription channels, I get a notification 30 minutes before. I'm sure you guys probably have the same thing, but nothing showed up for this. So I was wondering, is this going to happen? And I said, well, just tune in. If no one's there, then no one's there, But it's not there.
I didn't get the
It's not
notification.
available for me to tune into. So,
The only notification I got was on YouTube. I saw it as an upcoming live event.
see, you got it. I didn't. Yeah, that's interesting. That's the first time that's happened.
Hmm.
Okay. Hey, Hobby Time. I was gonna say hi. I was gonna say hello to Hobby Time on the comments, but I'll just say it here. Hi, Hobby Time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the other day I turned 45 and my kids went out on their own accord and got me a couple of kits.
oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
vintage classic. I wonder if
So-
that thing will have rivets as big as the ones on my Harrier. And
the,
let's see, swordfish.
Tiger Moth.
Tiger Moth.
Oh, tiger moth. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Nice.
they did really well. They went out, themselves to the local toy world and they chose it themselves, which is pretty cool.
Well, I like the tiger moth. I like that plane, but the buffalo is a neat little thing. I never built a model of that. The only one I know of that's available in quarter scale is the old Tamiya kit. Has anybody? Has
Yeah, I'd
anybody
say that's-
released anything since?
No, I doubt it.
no.
I think they're as popular as what the real aircraft were.
Well, you know what? That's interesting. You mentioned that, James. A friend of mine was a real airframe and power plant nut who knows all this stuff and has a shitload of aircraft history. When the Finns got them, for the 1930
They were popular with the
war
Finns.
against the Russians,
Hmm.
they removed all that the armor for the fuel tanks, for the cockpit, for the engine, and it became a very nimble fighter. In fact, the Finns started making them on their own.
Wow.
as the war continued. You know, when they were doing the continuation war in
Yeah.
41 to 44, and they were still flying these things. And there are aces in the Finnish Air Force of like multiple aces that flew that
Jeez.
airplane against first Russians. And
Yeah.
then I think German. I don't know. I don't know the whole history of it. But he told me, he said, the Americans made that thing too damn heavy. That's why it didn't work. That's why it got rejected by the U.S. Navy. Even though they took it in, they hated it, and it's because
Yeah.
it had all that armor,
Yeah.
which they, the Americans always wanted. The idea was bring the pilot back,
Yeah.
never mind the airplane. You know?
Well, the Australian ones were the ones that the Dutch East Indies didn't take up.
Right.
So
And those,
they had no say in what it was.
yeah.
Yeah, it was another one we stole.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you get the
Temporarily
enemy,
borrowed on a permanent basis.
yeah. Well, when you got the enemy knocking at your front door,
That's
like what happened after Darwin, the Darwin raid. I mean, it's like, yeah, well, we better find whatever we can to fly. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Well,
it.
That's what it was. It was pretty much
Whatever
a
you could
plane
grab
beyond
hold
its
of.
useful period being shoved into
Yeah.
service.
That's it.
Yeah, kind
That's
of like
it.
the Devastator, and that's how it was in the late 1930s. Technology was replacing airplanes before they even came off the assembly line.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks like a neat little kit. I just completed the P1127 Vintage Classic. And it's a 1963 mold. I wonder how old that Buffalo really is. It usually tells you right there on the box.
72.
So, that's not too bad. Okay, that's only 53 years. So that's not bad.
No,
It's older than you,
Not
James.
good.
Kit's older than you. Just take solace in this, James. The kit's older than you. In the
Yeah,
case,
that's right.
in my case, I'm older than it. So I was 8 years old. In
and you
72.
can probably still get the spares from Airfix.
Yeah.
It's so, well, it's so bizarre that is a vintage classic. Apart from filling the gap down in Southeast Asia, there was no real excitement about it.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
true. You're talking about the popularity of the real aircraft. You're right. Yeah.
But what I understand is if kits are made into vintage classics, that's the end of them. They won't be released again.
Yeah, the
Probably
tooling's
so,
probably at
because
the
they
end of
gotta-
its life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tooling is going to go adios after that, I suppose.
Yeah.
That 72, the mold date for that's around, that's about maybe a year later, Matchbox came out with their version of the Brewster Buffalo.
Yep.
I think that was in their first couple years of making model kits, was their version of the Brewster. So, yeah, you're right. It didn't have a
What-
very long or popular career, that's for sure. I don't know what the Australians thought of it, but the Americans didn't think too much. Like I said, I think the Finn pilots were the only ones who found any value in it because they made it light as a feather. So, Bill just bringing something in.
What do the decals look like, James?
Those are brand new
open it up.
decals. Those are
Brand new in
decals.
1972.
No.
No,
They're-
brand new
they're-
this
they're
year.
brand new cartograph decals.
They
Oh,
are
okay.
cartograph, yeah.
They're mint, and I'll tell you guys, I had the same kind of quality decals on the P1127. James, those are going to be the best decals you may ever work with because they sit down perfectly. The model may look like yuck, but the decals are going to be mint. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Oh, that's good at least. Yep.
Yeah.
those things. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get my P1127. I'll be right back, guys.
You make sure that's all you bring back. You're still building that Phantom.
Yeah, mate, I have not done. Well, I think since last time I've been on, the only thing I've done is I finished the ejection seats and I asked and glued the canopy on earlier today. That's been like how much I've done. So,
Oh, well. Oh, Dominic's in.
I
There you
do.
go.
I do want to get a primer coat down.
Hey, Tom.
May not be
Morning,
tonight.
Dom.
but- G'day, Dom.
How you going,
Morning,
Dom?
Dom's hands.
What version of Phantom is it, James? Is it going to be Air Force or Navy?
Japanese Air Force.
Oh, nice. Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Fine molds kit.
No, Hasegawa.
Okay. Okay.
The F4EJ.
Well, kind of the same thing. From what I hear, the Fine Molds Company was a branch off of some of the guys from Hasegawa. Oh, nice. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. I like their camel paint schemes. Very nice.
It's something different.
Okay.
Don't go much on their decals, though.
This is
Sorry?
the P1127.
Don't go much on Hasegawa decals, though.
No, you're right. They don't age well, Jeffro. You're right. That's it right there. And these things, well, let me see if I can tilt that light away and not get so much reflection. There we go. Anyhow, the decals are brand new and they sit down perfectly on this thing. They work great. So
That's pretty cool.
James, when you get to decaling that Brewster,
No.
it'll probably be one of the easiest things on the whole build. Although, you know what, the model didn't go together all that bad, but it was, you know, it's a thing of its age.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to expect that.
That's it.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Did
I'm
you
done.
make-
Thank you.
Did you make that stand yourself?
Yes, I did. Well, the stand, I bought these. There was like a 4-pack of them at the local arts and crafts store. This
Yep.
is a piece of brass tubing. I drilled a hole in the bottom of the airplane. I
didn't
wedge
you?
fitted everything. The plane actually moves around if I touch it. So I just put it together in a day. And the model, well, it took a lot longer than that because I dawdled on it. But it's yeah. I mean, you guys see it from one angle. I see it in 3 dimensions, and it's a neat little model. You know, I mean, I always like the Harrier and the P1127. While it's very different from the Harrier, it's still got that same kind of basic V-stall look. So
That's it. Had to start from somewhere, didn't it?
Yeah.
yes. Well, the history of V-stall is very interesting. Actually, it goes back a long way.
Can you imagine the bar bill after they worked that out?
Well, I'll tell you what. My much respect to the test pilots who had the guts to climb into those things and fly them.
Yeah.
Because now,
Yeah, how do we make it go up?
Okay, next.
Bill just brought the Arizona out.
Oh, that's what it is. I was wondering. I thought it was a Pearl Harbor battleship.
Yeah, I'm still slowly just trying to rebuild this poor old girl after its torturous trip. So I'm just getting all the loose pieces back together into sub-assemblies, and then yeah, the railings are going to be the hard part because, like, I don't know, 4-5 centimeters of the bow railings like hanging out off the forecastle somewhere and all that. And besides that, I got this box chock-a-block to the brim without wall paint, which I've now pushed back. But yeah, I'm going to be in supply of paint for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, they
I
didn't
wish
want
I
to
could
move
do
them
the
ones.
same thing,
No. But
was-
I've got all the German military colours I need to rebuild the Bismarck.
so excellent.
So
Very good.
I'll be able to actually do it right. Because instead of just guessing colours like I did back in the day, I've actually got all the colours for it.
Yeah.
Well, you only need what, like 3 colors? Gray, and black.
Keep going. Because
Why?
there's the Arados that are on it.
Bit of white,
There's
bit of
the
red.
other colours. The top of the turrets are a different colour, and there's various other colours in there as well. So, and then you got all the ship
Good.
coats.
Depends which day of the week it was sailing.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I've depicted her the day of her sinking.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it'd be all grey, wouldn't it?
Pretty much, but through a little bit of historical research and also footage and pictures of the wreck, they painted over her camouflage that quickly that they more or less just gave it one quick coat, and you
Yeah.
can actually still see the original camouflage through the grey that they slapped over it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and mimic that same thing of I'll paint it all up right, but then I'll go lightly over it to
Okay.
change it up a bit.
Okay.
When you say the camouflage, you mean that imitation bow wave they painted on the front?
No, that stayed in place
All right.
at the time
Yeah,
of sinking.
I always thought that was pretty
The-
neat.
the
kinda like
diagonal
what the British
stripes
did
she
with the
had on it.
Firefly.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, the stripe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that on another ship. Have you, James?
What's that?
The
not
phony
only
bow.
that, when they repainted her, they didn't repaint it all the way down to the waterline, and that's why you've still got them white pieces there
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the boot line, because they didn't repaint it all the way down. And they did paint it the stern wash,
yeah.
but they left the bow
Right.
way
Right.
where it
yeah,
was.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
to confuse the lookouts at a distance of actually how long the ship was.
neat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, pretty interesting. Bill is quite the 1/200 scale fleet going. He and that gentleman up in Canada, Ron Calvary, who builds all 1/200 scale models. He's got quite a few of them on display.
Yeah, I've got the hood sitting underneath the desk here, because you
Alrighty.
can't have one without the other.
That's true. Yeah. All right.
Well,
What have you
gonna
been
have
up
to-
to, Jeffro?
Oh, Jeffro, okay.
I'm doing something completely different. I'm
Doing what you're told?
Happily married man.
No, I'm doing Das Boot.
The
I'm-
Unterseeboot. Ja,
Nine
Herr
seconds
Richter.
to go.
Yeah. Let's see, what have I got? I've nearly finished my Foxbat, but I've still got to do the jet exhaust, so I've got to paint that. But the weather's been crap lately, so I haven't been able to paint anything. My Israeli F-16 is going okay, but I'm not happy with the paint that I've selected for that. Every time I think, oh, okay, this paint's going to look all right, but it just doesn't, and I'm not happy with that. So I might put that aside for a while. Still working on tank tracks.
Haha, good old.
I hadn't been working on tank tracks because I'd
No, me.
sort of put those aside too. But I got some King Tiger, some full model King Tiger tracks for a Dragon King Tiger that I've had laying around until I got around to getting some decent tracks. So I've been doing those, and they're not
there
as
you go,
easy
yep.
as they're not as easy as I was expecting they were. There's like a little tiny extra little bit that goes on the end of each, goes in between each link, and it's a pain in the ass. But it's going all right.
Can you put the box cover up to the screen? I'd like to be able to see which one specifically you bought, because there's more than one type of track link for the King Tiger.
Yeah. Well,
Hunting tiger.
yeah, but apparently this one fits all the other.
Right, King Tiger
King
2
Tigers
and
as
Hunting
well.
Tiger. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
There was just a fella selling a bunch of them on Buy Swap and Sell. So
Good.
anyway.
Good. Feral tracks are great stuff. I swear by them.
So anyway, I've had this Revell 172 Mark 9 C40 under my bed, gathering dust and getting crushed by other things for a few years. So I thought, even if I haven't got room for the hull yet, at the very least, I could do the conning tower and the winter garden. So I thought I'll do that. So I've got some photo etch sets that I've been playing with. But one of them I got was only for a Mark 9, and it's not the right one. So I've got the right one coming. And when I got it, it was very, very secondhand when I got it. So there are a lot of stuff broken, like a lot of the railings were broken. So I'll get some brass and do some new ones of those. Not that many, just the ones on the main deck really are sort of all broken. So I'll do that. And never took much notice when I first looked at it, but a couple of the deck guns are missing, which is inconvenient. So I've got to get a set of CMK, I think they are, weapon set that pretty much covers that. So I've got to order those.
Somebody will make them.
Yeah, yeah. There is one. Yeah, they've got them at B&A. I've just got to get some of those. And other than that, yeah. So I'm just pottering around with mountains of photo etch, and that's literally all I've done this week. Yes, I haven't been able to paint anything. The weather's been shit, so I just
it's not called. It's
Sorry?
not called photo etch anymore, right?
What's it called
What
now?
is it?
Marcus etch.
Yeah, Marcus is a friend from the Netherlands.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yep, I'm Marcus. Yep.
No, Jeffrey just had a blank look on his face then.
Yeah. Well, it took me a moment to figure it out, but
Marcus is original from Sweden.
That's right.
Well, don't hold that against him.
No, he is
What a
not.
beautiful thing coming out of Sweden.
Dom, is that
He lives in the
is that
Netherlands.
Jeep you finished last week?
Wait, say it
Sorry?
again.
Is that the Jeep you finished last week?
No, this is another one.
Ah, well, let's see it.
This is the big one.
This is the
Hang on,
big
where's
one.
Tom?
Oh, yes, you're right. That is okay.
This is the 116.
Ah, very nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
And now I dry fit now the engine.
Wow,
And
nice engine.
Yeah, dry fit really good. Not everything is glued, but I glued this part's not. This is not glued, and I think I'm right. Come on,
Uh-oh.
put this off. And then you have the engine. The engine is really high detailed.
Yeah, I'll say so. You're right. Got everything there except the wiring.
Yeah, I go do the wiring too. I am ready for where is it? Where is my parts? I think it is here. Oh yeah. That little thing where you do your wires in, distributor or something.
Distributor,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that thing. And then I make from wire. I make wires ready for primer for today, and then I can. Damn it! Where is the part?
In the
Part
box.
is gone. I lose my parts. Damn. Paul, this is your fault.
Yeah, blame me.
No, I find it. This one have holes in it.
Oh, your
Yep.
distributor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I do the wires in, and I glue the wires there in.
Yeah.
I paint it first, and I paint this, of course. I paint this red. And the engine is not glued, not yet. And I paint the fuel tank,
Ah,
and I did maybe you can see it. I hope.
Skin 'em good.
Oh, the dashboard. Okay, nice.
with all
Nice.
the decals on.
Yeah. Very
But
nice.
yeah,
Very good.
I'm
What's
really
on
happy
the
with it.
Oh, okay, I see. I get it. Yeah,
It's a nice kit.
yeah, looks it. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, we could fit a small block in there.
Yeah,
course
I
you
think
could.
those Jeeps had a 6-cylinder in them, right? An inline 6, I think.
No, they were little, what were they called? It was a
bangers.
4-cylinder.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right.
You see the
You're
4
right.
holes?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with that other part. Where is the other part again? Damn it. And then you have here, this is a 4. You can see you have 5 holes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One is going to the starter, and the other 4 going to the engine. Spark plugs.
Yeah, one goes to your coil. Should
Yep.
have a little round thing in the kit,
Yeah. The coil.
like a round
Yep.
tube with a spark plug hole in it.
Yep. Yeah.
That'll
Best way
sit
to
on the
make
back
sure
of the
those
engine,
old,
Dom.
What is on the back of the engine?
The coil, by the look of it. There, where
Yeah.
yeah, that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
that's
you
the
go.
coil.
Yep.
That's where the top lead goes from the distributor into that.
No, the distributor going in this hole.
Yeah, but
No, not
the,
the
the
distributor
center
itself,
wire from the distributor goes into the coil,
In this
into
one,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, best way to make those old cars not start, you just take the coil wire out and it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, or the rotor button.
Yeah, it's a nice kit to build. It's a nice small engine.
Yeah, what colour are you going to do the leads, Dom? The spark plug wires.
Black.
They were white.
No, my I have I can show you that. I need to look for the pictures.
If it's
Oh,
a
no,
restored one,
no, that's
they'll be black rubberized, but originally they were cloth wrapped in white.
In white. Really?
Yeah,
That's how
yeah. So you could
that's how
see them easier in all the mud.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's how they came out of the factory, Paul?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
because they
Oh,
didn't have the rubber leads till later.
right, yeah, you're right. Hey, there's a war on. We got to use the rubber elsewhere.
Yeah, rubber on the tires.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And the
they were
prophylactics.
sending the rest of the
Forgot the
Russians.
prophylactics.
Yeah,
These are the tires.
Yeah, look nice. Very
the old
nice.
split rims.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, I need to paint all the bolts and everything, and then I go weather it. And I have a couple other parts ready for primer. The machine gun.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, the Ma Deuce. Yep.
That's ready for primer for today. I do that today. I can do this back on the stick. Where is the stick? Here. But I have no idea what color I need to do the engine.
I think it was grey.
Yeah.
Don't they have color callouts in the directions?
Oh no, I look never to that. That is 9 out of 10 times not right.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
And-
what. In my TechCom kit that I'm working on, that Rommel half track, the Greif, there's no color callouts for anything. Nothing. I couldn't believe it when I double checked the directions everywhere. There's no color callouts for interior or exterior colors of any kind.
Let's just say couldn't get it wrong.
Well, they used to be partnered with MIG, and they would always
Yeah.
give you the MIG colors, but there's nothing in the directions, nothing at all.
Skin 'em good.
I think here on the picture it is green.
Oh, hey, we lose Chunk? What happened to Chunk?
Oh, he dropped out. Haven't brought him back yet. Sorry, Chunk.
I've just
there he
been
is.
sitting
Hey,
in the
Chunk.
waiting room, just waiting, twiddling my thumbs, just sitting there, waiting. No, I got the camera was playing up, so I got a new USB thing, but I think it's worse than the one I had. So.
The other thing, Dom, is the Jeep was built in that many different factories that had that many different colours on all the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, production was spread out because the demand for them was so great.
Well, Ford built them. Willis designed them.
No, Bantam.
Oh,
Well,
Bantam, yeah, Bantam.
There's
Willis,
controversy to this day who really
Yeah.
did design the Jeep, whether Bantam's design was adapted or changed or whatever. I don't know. We
Yeah.
may never know.
no, probably came out of Chrysler, Packard. No, Packard was too busy building Merlins.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They were, yeah. But yeah, Bantam originally, I think, got an approval for a contract from the U.S. Army, but their production facilities are so small they licensed it to Willys, and I think Willys is the one that everyone remembers the Jeep is named after. I think Mini Art makes a kit of the original Bantam design of the Jeep. It's
Probably have
slightly
more
different
parts in
look
it than
to
the original.
Pardon me?
It'll probably have more parts in it than the original one.
Yeah,
The Mini Art
two-piece bolts
Bantam.
for the tires. Yeah. No, really, I think that it's slightly different. I
Yeah,
can't back
that
that up. Maybe someone could do
Different
some.
shaped guards on it from memory.
Yeah, I think you're right, Paul. Yeah, I think that's it. I think the original Bantam design was slightly different from the prototypical Jeep that we're used to.
Yeah.
We picture in our minds.
This one?
There you go. That's the band. There it is.
Yeah, that's it. The square guards on the front.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You want to get the guinea pig? Oh, hang on, she's.
Oh, that's okay. You have total. You have five screws.
Oh, for the Mini Art kit?
Yeah, that is not too much.
No, I'm surprised. Must have been
And
made
of
on a
course-
Friday or a Monday.
Nice photo apps.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Well, I'll tell you what, Photo Etch is great. Just getting it on, it's the bitch.
Yep.
When it's on, it looks fantastic. It really does make a big difference. I mean, like what Bill just doing with those big warships, you could not use Photo Etch on them. They wouldn't look even halfway decent with plastic for all
Nah.
those fine detail parts. It wouldn't be scale.
Well, all the superstructure of my Bismarck, it's all laser cut ply, and then I've actually had to put photo etch walls on, and the detail level is so much crisper than, possibly even crisper than slide molding.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, you can get that stuff to scale exactly. Yeah.
Ah, reflexes of the box. Okay. Eyes are going blurry.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
I'm on that big river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, denial. I've noticed over the last couple of years that, things just ain't as crisp as they used to be.
Yeah, it's time.
Everybody in my family's got glasses in one shape or form, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I use my vision glasses for just about every time I'm at the model bench now. When I first got them, I only needed them for certain things. Now it's becoming almost all the time.
Yeah, you think for a long time you think you just need reading glasses and that's all you need them for, but then you go to your optometrist and he says, oh, he'll say, have you ever tried have you got your long distance and your middle distance tested? And you say no. So you get that tested and you think, oh my God, that's a lot worse than I thought.
I've been driving around like this.
Yeah.
No, well, that's what made me twig was quite a few years ago. I had an episode where I blacked out in the bathroom. So naturally, if you have a blackout episode, you've got to go for a medical before they'll give you your driver's license back.
Yeah.
And it was when I went for the eye test that I went, uh-oh, this ain't right. I can't read the bottom line anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a few blackouts and then I stopped drinking.
I only need
Oh, I
one.
stopped drinking
Was it
as
an
much.
actual blackout or did you just see spots and stars? Because I used to see spots and stars for a while.
No, dude. Finished doing what I was doing, turned around, the next minute my missus is standing over me, shaking me, going, you're all right, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing down here?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And Chuck, what have you been up to?
Not a great deal.
Oh, good. Someone else.
Not much. Not much for a week. I've been just working and bought a few bits and bobs the other day from the great old B&A. Went down to the local little toy shop that had a bit of stuff in there. She gave me all these. She said I'm going to throw them out, but they're PS, so they're for remote control. And I said I don't really use them. And I said, oh, well, I might be able to use them for something. I have painted cars with them before, but
Yeah.
they didn't
Well-
like it. And I bought me an app the other day.
Oh, the ATST.
So, and that was at ED Games. I was only out there having a look at lunch with my mother and saw that. And I just bought some paints and some bit of stuff from Icky Sticky. Icky Sticky, I got me, bought me 2 sponges.
Yep.
No,
When you
no.
open up, they're both the same as that one. One was meant to be 1,500, 2,000 and 3,000, and they're both 400, 600, 1,000. So, but I bought them through B&A, so that I'll figure something out. So now I've got 2 of each.
You'll go through them.
Hey,
You'll go through them.
yeah, I wanted the finer one though. That was the main one. I didn't even really want the other one. I've got some of them. I've got micro mesh. So, and that one was a good fair. There was 3, you know, was it 15, 2,000, 3,000? I thought, beautiful. And I opened up and realised they were all the same. But I bought a little thin because
Yep.
all these ones, they've all gone hard just because summer. I'm sitting on the shelf. So I bought that one with a little brush, and like if it goes, it's not as bad as throwing. Like a couple of these, like I've never ever opened them. So
Yeah. Well, I've heard you can refrigerate it and it will
buy some
Keep
smaller
it
ones and just, I
relatively
bought just a couple of tins
Yeah.
of paint. And,
fluid.
yeah, nothing.
When I still had a bit of glue, CA glue from Mickey Sticky left, and I got some more from them. When I got the new ones, I whacked them straight in the fridge until I was ready to crack them.
Yeah,
Now, does
mine
that
sit here
work?
on the bench.
Does that work, Bill? Does it really make a difference?
Oh yeah,
Okay, because I've heard of it. I've never tried it myself.
I've got me medium and me thin are gone. And these are the second lot. This one's still pretty, the bigger one.
Yeah.
So I've got that one now. I thought if I buy that little one, I can just transfer it into that. And if I've never had the one with the brush, so hopefully it works.
Yeah. I like it.
Fine.
You can buy this now.
Yeah, I was looking at a few others. I've got to have a look at a few other.
What is that stuff, Paul?
I cannot
can't see the
read that.
label.
That's the extra thin.
Oh, extra
Yeah,
thin cement
refill.
refill?
That's
ah,
the refill.
You get three bottle refills.
120
out.
mils.
Okay.
sweet. So you can just
Yeah.
keep that in the fridge and top your bottle off when you need it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're like me, you've got to top it off after every building session because you left the lid off the glue
I also got
and it evaporates.
Yeah.
Or if you like me, you spilled it.
Lima brush too.
Yeah, or you
Oh,
spell it.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
I've got to
Yeah.
buy some more stock through Icky Sticky on their site, but I was in B&A and I was just making up a few things, so I threw them two in. So
Yeah.
every other time I bought Icky Sticky, I bought direct from them, but I saw it there the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, you buy it direct, you get the lollies then.
Yeah.
And I've got a new car build coming up. I'm just waiting for the engines to arrive from the UK.
Oh yeah.
I'm
So-
getting two
oh,
from
Well,
Terry.
They're going around probably going around the Cape of South Africa. It may take a while.
It's airmail, I think, because Terry sent little history sent them to me. They're the
Oh,
engines out of his Mosquito.
the
he
missing
never used.
canopy Terry. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Apparently, the canopy was in the packaging.
Yeah, he did
I
find it.
remember
Yes,
that.
he did find it. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
We,
yeah, good
we
old
have
Terry,
this
yeah.
CA glue.
Yep, it's Zappa
Yeah, Zabagat.
Oh,
I used
Zappa
to use
yeah,
that.
yeah, that was the
Yeah,
first
good
serious
stuff, mate.
CA glue I started using back in the '80s when I got out when I stopped when I was looking for something beyond just crazy glue.
And
And,
I
that
have
was
now
the first
this one
product
too.
I bought.
Yep.
I had
Oh, the
Honda.
Bonder, yeah, yeah.
I was using the Rocket all the time, but it's like $16, and if you don't look at it, I've got three there that are all hard. So, and one of them I've never even opened it, so I've just got to stop buying glue
Oh,
for
it's
some
on.
reason.
It's on.
Yep, he's off.
Can't help yourself. You've got to buy
Yeah,
glue.
so I've got two 124 scale Merlins coming. So I'm going to do what the British did, or what the Americans did.
And what's that?
Stick the Merlins in a Mustang.
Ah, okay, very good.
It's been stretched 12 mil.
I like it.
It should fit.
That looks neat. Yeah.
A bit of creative kit bashing, eh?
Yeah, well, I had two of them, so why not?
Where are you going to put the propeller?
In the gearbox.
Okay.
So the Merlin's actually going in the car backwards.
There was that fella that I remember seeing it at a car show, that one he had to paint it up like the plane. I think it was from Castlemaine or something. And I think he had a Merlin in it, and it was like in a 57 Chev or something.
There's the one in the UK, it's called the Beast.
No, this one's Australia because I saw it. It was in a car show just here, but that's probably going back 20 years. But it was all painted up with the American, like an American plane, had bullet holes, and he even painted all the rivets on all the panels, all airbrushed and everything. Can't think of the bloke's name, but I'm pretty sure it had a Merlin engine in it. And he sat in the middle of the car right at the back, and it was in a 57 Chevy, and it's still coming into the cab.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Merlins are huge engines. They're big. Yeah. Huh.
Well, when you
Well,
think of
that'll be quite a project, Paul.
it should be. I'm hoping I don't screw it up.
So far, so good.
What could
Yes,
what
I
could
got-
possibly go wrong?
What could
Yeah, but if
possibly
you
go
don't-
right would be the main thing.
But if you don't tell anyone, no one will know.
True.
James, did you
Yeah, that's
paint that,
it's worked for me.
Yeah.
Did you paint
Look,
that
here you
fan
go,
while
go
we've
on,
been
finish.
talking?
You'd like say, do you ever see what I want to show you?
Yeah, I did, Jim.
Okay, looks good.
That's just the primer.
Have you finished your Tiger tank yet, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on, I'll show it to you. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go away.
It's only a model.
Back after these commercial breaks.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Here it is.
Oh,
That's
okay.
nice, Jim.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on, good.
That's
Oh,
the figures
wow.
are from Tamiya, and
Uh-huh.
you can't see but the decorations on the uniforms are a decal set,
Uh-huh.
and the earphones and the wires I made myself because the ones they offer in these figure sets. They're just massively out of scale. So the wires I took from an old phone charger, stripped the insulation away, and rigged up the throat mic and the wire running from the earpieces.
Yep.
And then the model, I wanted to show it going through some mud, and just soak the whole suspension and everything, including the underside. There's Fruel tracks on this thing. It weighs
Oh, good.
it weighs about 2 pounds. I don't know what
Uh-huh.
they
Yeah.
in kilos, but it's 2 pounds standard.
About a
Almost
kilo.
a kilo.
Great.
So yeah, this is a very, and the base I've got a diorama plan. It's similar to the box cover. This is the Dragon kit from 2005. This is the initial production Tiger. You see the bins on the side of the turret.
Yes.
This is one of the 4 that were deployed around Leningrad in September of '42, or late '42, early '43, and 3 of the 4 were lost.
I don't think I've seen that with the bins on the side before.
Yeah, it's what's called the initial production version. Ryefield makes a model of it too. But this thing is a really nice kit. It comes with all the bells and whistles. It's the Dragon 3-in-1 kit, and in that you get a shitload of photo etch. You get metal artillery shells, both empty rounds and full.
Yeah.
The metal barrel for the gun. Geez, I mean, it's a great model. I mean, people knock Dragon. Not me, man. I've got about 20 Dragon armor kits in my collection. I intend on building them all. I know how they work, and I know their instructions are bad, but they turn out some awesome kits. These things hold up well today. I'll compare
Yeah.
this thing to anything Ryefield or Meng or anyone's turning out.
Yeah, okay.
Only maybe a little bit, not quite as sharp as what you get nowadays. But I bought this for $20 at a swap meet, mint condition. Everything was in the kit, mint condition, $20. People buy these, they want to build them, they never do, and you see guys selling like stacks of them. Not just this model, I mean Dragon kits, period.
Well, there must be about 1,000 of them. And if you go through a Dragon catalogue, God, there can't be too many things out there that they haven't made, they haven't done.
Well,
Don't
if
kid
you
off.
talk about the German army from World War II, yeah,
Just
you're
the
right.
German army,
They
after that.
went nuts on their stuff, yeah. You
Yeah.
can find more of that than you can of anything else.
Yeah, and then there's all those obscure Russian things, and
Yeah, you're gonna find that more from Mini Art and ICM and Trumpeter. Trumpeter makes a lot of that stuff too.
Where's,
That one there. That's the one I was talking about. That one there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's Rob Haverfield,
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you show that again? Oh, there it is. Okay.
and so
Oh, nice.
that's the inside of it. And I saw it
neat.
personally. The paint job's unreal because he's got like all the,
Yeah,
He's got,
bomb
like-
markers for the missions.
and it's
yeah.
even got all the rivets and everything on it. And I was going to show the.
Neato.
It's got the
Is
Rolls
that
Royce.
a is that
and
a
everything
is that a race car?
I think it's more of a show car. There it is with the Rolls Royce
Yeah.
Merlin in it.
Oh wow.
There's some hours in there.
That's it with the body lifted up off it.
Damn, that looks great.
But I'm talking 20 years ago. I don't even know if it's still around. That was in the Street Machine magazine, that one. So
Probably
Yeah.
languishing in somebody's shed somewhere.
yeah,
They're probably still in Rod Hadfield's shed.
I'd say it would be because he's got a lot of stuff in that shed. One shed I wouldn't mind going overlooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all the work that you put into that, I wouldn't part with that thing. They'd have to
Oh,
bury
he's
me in it.
known for building a lot of good car. But like even the front of it, like the amount of the rivets and all that he's got painted all airbrushed on.
Oh. Well, that's a 50. Oh wow, that's a 55.
It's a 55. It says it's it's 3,000 horsepower. 27 litre V12 Merlin 3000. And I think the car is 1955 Chevrolet Sports Coupe is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw he was driving down the road and everything. It's great. I love it. He's kind of got like the machine guns on the sides and everything. Good value. That's
Wow.
a long time.
Me personally, of those 3 years Chevy made those classic cars, the 55 is my favorite. I know a lot of people go for the 57, but the 55 is.
Yeah, I don't like the 55 myself. I like 57s as well, but I reckon I've got a couple of kits that are 55s, and I've also got a couple of 57s.
Yeah. Well, if you remember the film American Graffiti,
Yep.
Harrison Ford drove the 55, the black 55 Chevy. Yeah. Beautiful car. Well, he didn't drive it, but someone else did. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful car. Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought a Lego. I bought the Williams Lego kit too. Found a gift voucher left over from Christmas for Target for Kmart one for $100. So it was on special for 90, so I thought I'll grab that over here. There's the Eton Centre one. Eton Centre one they didn't have it, it's cheap at Kmart, so I have to go to Kmart, that one there.
Okay, the Williams.
Yeah. I remember I followed them back in the day when F1 cars were still F1 cars, not these bloody shit things they got now. And when it used
That's
to be
right. I
Adelaide,
had to use that fine the other week.
when it was in Adelaide, not Melbourne, when it was worth going to it, because it was a trip to go to Adelaide. And I remember I was there when Senna blew the tyre down the back straight. I'm not Senna, bloody Mansell, sorry. Senna was. So it's hard for Senna to be there. But I might have still been racing then. So I've always kind of liked the Williams. I've got a few of them kits to build, and so.
Well, unfortunately, gents, I've got to call it there.
Yep,
Okay.
Too easy, mate.
Got
right.
things to do.
No worries, buddy. Good to
That's
see
all right.
everyone
Well, thank you all for coming on, and thank you all for watching.
Thanks,
That's all
everyone,
right.
for being
Yeah, good
here.
show.
Bill,
Right?
Bill, just
And
good
you can
to
go
see
back to
you.
bed now,
You're
Jim.
not breaking up and disappearing and reappearing. One solid, steady signal. That's good.
Yeah, it helps when no one's home.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
slip
true.
them a 50 next week, Bills, and send them down to the pitches.
Yeah, just tell me. Go away for an hour and you can come on back afterwards. Fine.
That'd only be enough for one of them, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was being hopeful.
You buy
Alrighty,
one ticket, and then sneak the other one in.
Yeah, go out, swap, go out. Yeah, watch your 15 minutes
Go on,
each.
Jeff.
Yeah,
That's the way you do.
All right,
All right, guys. I will
Take care,
catch you all
everyone.
next time.
And everyone
All right,
in
Till
the,
next time, people.
in the
Be
chat,
good.
thanks for
Be
tuning
good at
in.
it.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.